All right, I'm going to show you how to set up your first MCP in less than 10 minutes, closer to 5 minutes, so that you can be on your way testing MCPs and learn what the hype is about and how you might be able to use it in your go-to-market motions. Before I show you how to do that, I'll show you a quick use case of like how you might be able to use it so that conceptually you understand why this might be useful now or later. And hopefully you'll agree that it's an interesting way of using LLMs and you'll want to try it. So this is what I'm going to do. I've already connected my Claude with a few different tools that I use. So I'm going to bring all of that information using MCPs and then take an action on it. So let's start here. Hey, can you pull the latest message from Michelle in Slack? So I've connected Slack already. And it should be, Claude should be smart enough to understand what's going on here. It's going to ask me to use this MCP. I'm going to say allow always. Perfect. So you can see that it says, reminder that we need the contract agreement reviewed ASAP so we can move to onboarding. Can you please follow up? Cool. Now you might ask, why couldn't you just go into Slack and do that? And the answer is yes, I could have definitely done that. It would have been way faster. But the beauty of MCPs is when you start connecting multiple tools into Claude so that you can just use Claude and you don't have to switch context and switch browser tabs and go into different tools, right? Plus, you have the added benefit of being able to talk to like an AI assistant, basically. So it seems like I need to follow up here, and I'm going to create a task in my CRM based on this. Now, without the MCP, what I would have done is gone into Slack, gotten this message, gone into Attio, which is a CRM that we use, and created a task for myself. But I can get Claude to do that, right? So I'll say, hey, Claude, can you actually go into Attio and create a task for myself to do this? And let's not associate it with any accounts or contacts. Just create a simple task for me. Perfect. So it seems like there was one hiccup where it tried to associate the newly created task with like an account, but it course corrected and then did it by itself, right? And so now, if we go into Attio, we'll see that task created. So let me show it to you. So you can see here, right? Per Michelle's request in Slack, need to follow up on contract agreement, review ASAP so we can move to onboarding process, June 10th. And you can see that task has been created already, right? And I was able to do all of that, bring information from Slack, create a task in Attio just inside of Claude. And that's what MCPs allow you to do this. Now, if you take this a little bit further, you can think about having like a web research agent attached to it, or let's say maybe an Apollo MCP to enrich email addresses of people that you come across. Maybe a Google Sheets integration so that you can build a prospect list really quickly using Claude. So there's a whole host of possibilities that you can use MCPs for, and this is just a small taste of like what is possible, right? And you also saw that we didn't get it perfectly the first time when we tried to create that Attio task. And I would say that this is the reason for this. There's really two. One is the Pipedream integration into Attio, which is what we're using, isn't perfect. And so some of the instructions need to be very specific or precise to be able to get the outcome that you want. But that will get better over time. And then the second is that the technology is nascent. So I think Pipedream, Zapier, there's a few other providers that provide an MCP to Attio, like off the shelf without you having to code any of this. But there will be more and more. Maybe Attio will create its own MCP server, which might work a lot better, for example. Or you might be able to develop it yourself to your precise requirements, right? So anyways, without further ado, let's actually go into how to set this up, right? So sign up for a free account on Pipedream, so pipedream.com. Once you sign up for an account, you can go to mcp.pipedream.com. And what you can do is there's 2,700 APIs and 10,000 tools. So you can look for all the tools that you would like to bring in as MCPs, right? So in my case, it was Slack. And when you click on this, it'll say connect account, right? And when you click on it, it's going to ask you to use Pipedream to connect to your account. For some reason, it always selects Clay, so I'm going to go to WFCO. Great. Pipedream is requesting permission to access the WFCO Slack workspace. Allow. I've done this already, so I'm not going to. Once it's done, you'll come back here, and it'll say connected. And then you have your MCP server URL that you can copy. So if I copy this, right now it's been copied. This has been blocked out because this is something that is sensitive. Then you shouldn't be showing to other people. So I'll keep it that way. And then what you need to do is go to Claude. Go to your settings. Perfect. And then go to integrations And you can see that I've already added Pipedream Slack and Attio, which are the two tools that I used. But you can simply click on Add Integration, give it a name, whatever you want, right? And then this is where you would paste that integration URL, which I'm not going to do because then it'll show the sensitive token. And when you paste in the URL, so we'll just put like google.com, right? MCP or whatever. Then URL must start with HTTP. There we go. Now that add button is clickable, you click it and it'll just add the MCP. And that's literally it. And then you just use, you just go back and start a chat saying, find something for me in Slack, right? Whatever that something is. And that's how you would just go on and use it. The setup really takes less than 10 minutes. I would recommend that you give it a try. Definitely add tools like Notion, Google Sheets, Google Drive, Fireflies if you use that for call recording. There's a whole bunch of tools that could be really useful to bring into Claude, and then start interacting with those tools that you use using Claude instead of doing everything manually yourself. So hopefully you found this walkthrough useful. Definitely let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.